Hey, some of the stuff that I've overlooked in some of the previous lessons was just taken for granted that I thought everybody knew what the mandolin was and how to take care of it and everything, but it was brought to my attention recently that maybe some of those things were overlooked. So we're going to try to share the information that I know and some stuff I've learned over the years on how to take care of this and keep up with the maintenance of it. Also, our dear friend Soupy brought up a good question. I don't have anything to demonstrate here, but I can certainly tell you about it. There's armrest devices that you can get, a lot like a violin's chin rest, that just clamps on right here so your arm kind of sits up. I've gotten so used to playing that my forearm is the actual reference point. I've tried friends of mine who have the armrest, and it was a good feeling. I didn't think that I needed it though. Another thing is a tone guard, which looks like a big spider web that kind of locks on the back. And I do have one that Mr. Pete Paparlato gave me a few months ago. And you know what it does? I don't know if it tricks the ear. It actually pushes the mandolin out front a little bit. And they claim that there's vibrations, which is true, that come off the back. And there's also some volume. If you hold the mandolin up to here, you can actually hear the sound coming off the back. But when it's pressed up against you, some experts say that sound is muted. It's one of those things, if a friend has one, ask if you could borrow it and try it out. The same with the armrest first, because it's not going to work for everyone. So those are some things that you can actually get. Some cleaning products. I use just a regular cloth. I have this stuff that I use for the strings called Dr. Stringfellow. I don't have any with me, but when I change strings, I lubricate the fretboard as well. So basically, just take your cloth. Any old cloth is going to do. And just circular motions like you're cleaning anything, up and down, get that debris off of there. Like I said, cosmetically, I'm pretty much unfazed by the instrument. It doesn't matter, but I do believe in general maintenance. And you could take this. Sometimes I take that Stringfellow, which is kind of like it's like a lemon oil, tongue oil combination, and I'll put that on, and it really brings out a luster on it. Over a period of time, it is going to get dinged up and scratched like this one has over the period of time. But now when you start getting to the strings and you change those strings, there's definitely residue. The strings I use are called tomastic. They're chromium wound, a lot like a violin string. So there is never any kind of rust buildup. There's never any dirt or grunge or anything. They're completely soft and silky all the time. And I really, really like that. And these strings last 3 times longer than normal strings. They come out of the box broken in. So there is no new string sound. That's the one thing you got to get used to. But pretty much, some people use alcohol. I've used alcohol in the past. It does a great job, gets all that dirt and grind out. But there is debris that builds up along these frets. So with the right amount of pressure, you can take and push down. As long as you have the instrument supported, there's different devices that you can set it in as well. Push down on that and get that debris up. There's nothing wrong with after every session that you put in. Your hands will let loose chemicals and dirt and everything else by sweating that'll get on that fretboard, and the fretboard will clog up and eventually crack and do everything else. This one down here, because of the dryness out in Colorado and the dryness of the winter, has already started some cracking too. But as soon as I put that Dr. Stringfellow on there, it kind of brings it all right back together again. So don't be afraid. You can push down on this, really wipe it down and get it clean. Get all that debris, because you'll notice that your fingers will move a lot smoother once all that is off. Basically what I do when I change the strings, and we're going to get into that in the next series, how we do that, but this is a good time to get that cleaning. On the back of this particular one, there is no finish. It's been taken off. So tongue oil on there, lay it on, let it sit for about 15 minutes, take it right off. This is a 3-piece neck, and it's very soft and silky. There's no finish on it, which enables the hand to go up and down, so I don't have to worry about humidity or anything else. And let that sit, and then just take it and buff it right out. I do that like once every 9 months, and haven't had any problems at all. And that comes very recommended for some jazz guitar players I know that have the same kind of setup. Well, that takes care of the cleaning part of the mandolin. And like I said, you don't want to use like Pledge or Windex or anything like that. Alcohol, it's okay. I don't recommend it. Because it does do some tear on your strings, but I know fiddle players that do it on their fiddle necks, and it gets all that dirt and grime out. So just be careful. You don't want something that's going to be real oily that lingers and sticks with you for a long time. Well, I hope that covers the cleaning portion of the mandolin. We're going to get into some more on some maintenance you can do when you change the strings. The next episode, musicmoose.org.